Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're looking at Polestar. We've got some interesting stuff to talk about today. By the way, I got the MacBook back, so the computer is back. We'll be able to edit at our full capacity. There should be no excuses from now on. More videos are on the way. We also have the new microphone. That's the Shure MV7. I just made an unboxing video. I'm uploading that to my tech channel, and there will be a link in the description. So, things have been going good for Polestar, at least for the launches, for the cars. The cars are looking fantastic. We know what all the Polestar cars will look like now, especially the Polestar for the new electric SUV coupe. Looks fantastic. However, we've got some concerning things to discuss. This is something that I found on Business Wire. I couldn't believe it. Polestar Automotive Holding UK, PLC, PSNY, shareholders investigation. I didn't expect this at all. I really didn't, but it might not be a big deal. It might just be over-exaggeration. It might not be a big thing anyway. So we have to understand what it is, to be honest. So Robbins LLP is investigating Polestar Automotive Holding UK PLC on behalf of shareholders. So it says here, shareholders right law firm Robbins LLP is investigating Polestar. This is to determine whether certain Polestar officers and directors violated security laws and breached fiduciary duties to shareholders by engaging in a conflicted SPAC process. In June 2022, a special purpose acquisition company, Guggenheim, completed the acquisition of Polestar, which began trading as PSNY on June 24th, 2022 last year. So on the day of trading, Polestar shares reached $13 per share. Today, the share price is just around $3.50. So what happens now? Polestar Automotive have legal options. If you own shares of Polestar or have incurred a significant loss in the stocks, contact us for more information about your rights. That's interesting. So that makes more sense. So it sounds like shareholders who are a little bit upset that the shares have lost their value, and they're a bit like, let's do a bit of investigating to make sure that everything was okay with the SPAC merger, because if it wasn't, we want to sue or we want to pay out. It looks like that's the case. But I doubt there was anything fishy or anything suspicious or anything illegal going on with the SPAC merger. I doubt that Volvo and Geely would risk it, especially with Polestar being such a premium brand. I doubt it. There's too much to lose. But let's not forget, I can't be naive. I have to be sensible. We have to be sensible. We have to be objective, even if we like the company. Like, I like Polestar. I can't afford to be biased in this situation. I really can't. So now we're on to Benzinga. What does Benzinga has to say? Polestar Automotive stock investigation. Basically, similar thing that Business Wire was saying. I will write an article on this actually. I don't know when I'll publish, but we'll see. So shareholders right law is investigating Polestar. Okay. So far it says basically the same thing that Business Wire is saying. But here's a little bit about Robbins LLP, a recognized leader in shareholders' right litigation. The attorney and staff of Robbins LLP have been dedicated to helping shareholders recover losses. So there it is. That's my suspicion. It's because the stocks have lost value. Shareholders are questioning and they're wanting an excuse or a way to recover from that loss because they're not sure if they could recover. So improve corporate governance structure and hold company executive accountable for their wrongdoings since 2002. To be notified if a class action against Polestar Automotive UK settles or to receive free alerts when corporate executive engage in wrongdoing. Hey, so that's interesting. So we can probably look at Robbins LLP a little bit more to find out a little bit more about them. But it sounds like they've been doing business for quite some time. And yeah, they're just investigating Polestar on behalf of shareholders. I don't think it's a big deal. I think in a SPAC merger or in an IPO, when investors buy at a really expensive price and then share price falls significantly, I think it's very much standard for some shareholders to want to investigate the company. I've heard stranger stories. I've heard of shareholders suing the CEO of the company that they're investing in, i.e. Tesla. Legal actions with Tesla shareholders and Elon Musk being the CEO. So I've heard stranger things than this, to be honest. It gets bizarre sometimes in this world. But there's no update right now. It looks like this is this could have been going on for quite a few months now, but this is only just starting to hit the headlines, and it's hard to say how this will turn out. Keep in mind the market isn't open yet for me. I'll be uploading this video before the market is even open. It's at 7.7 billion. This news is just hitting the media, the public. There isn't much articles written about this, in fact, but it's always nice to get as much information on this as possible. But for a moment, like I've always said, this is not financial advice. Do not take this as financial advice. It's just my personal opinion, and it's just for educational purposes. But I love the price that Polestar is at right now. It is super cheap. I also love the price of Bitcoin right now. When the prices are cheap, I look at the company. I look at what the company is doing, and I see positive things coming out of the company. Listen, they just launched a new car. Not to mention, they're bringing 2 new SUVs to the market this year. Their first 2 SUVs, both the Polestar 4 and the Polestar 3, will start delivery in Q4 of this year. Now, on Polestar website, it says that it's arriving in 2024, although I've heard alternatively that deliveries will start in late 2023, in Q4 this year. I could be wrong, but I know for sure the Polestar 3 will be starting deliveries this year, late this year. And I was under the impression that the Polestar 4 will also be starting deliveries around the same time. But it'd be unfortunate if I'm wrong. What I do like about the Polestar vehicles is that they all look so similar. From the Polestar 6, the Polestar 5, or that's the Precept actually, that's being turned into the 5, the Polestar 4, the Polestar 3 looks the most apart. It looks a bit different compared to other Polestar vehicles. The Polestar 3 looks it looks different. If you look at the finer details, then you'll realize, oh, it does. You look at the rear lights, you look at the front, yeah, it's a Polestar. But listen, I will keep everyone updated with what goes on with this investigation. Hopefully it turns into nothing serious, but I hope to get some more information so we can get ourselves some more clarity. Thank you for watching today. Yes, Polestar is being investigated, but is there any problems thus far? No, there's no problems thus far. We have to give it time to find out what's going on. And most likely there'll be nothing, because it just sounds like angry investors who've lost a bit of money. Well, actually, you've only lost money when you sold your shares. If you haven't sold, technically you haven't lost. Investors don't seem to follow that rule enough, but keep it in mind. Thank you for watching, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.